Jerusalem, I have appointed watchmen on your walls. They will never be silent, day or night. There is no rest for you who remind the Lord. Do not give him rest until he establishes and makes Jerusalem the praise of the earth.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahushai. Today's lesson is going to be a quick lesson over brotherhood and in-house issues. So in-house issues is going to be about where we have internal problems and in-house issues in the nation of Israel. A lot of times with us being a house of Israel, a nation of Israel, of us having different conflicts within the nation, brotherhood, sisterhood, those things need to be hashed out in between us. It don't need to be publicly made a display for all the other nations to see our issues, right? And I want to read 2 Ezra chapter 14 and verse 13. It says, "Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption." So we got brothers that are in the truth, that know the truth, that know the laws, keep the law, statutes, commandments, have faith in the Most High and His Son. And we need to be constantly dealing and telling our people and educating and edifying our people on their identities, repentance, right? Things to that nature. But one of the things when we do, and this is coming from having a lot of new people coming into the truth. And with a lot of new people coming into the truth, they're going to see the division between us, right? The division is fine. I'm not saying that we need to come together, and because we know that's Yahushai's glory, is bringing all the 12 tribes together. But what I am saying is the arguing and complaining back and forth that's going on, and that has gone on between the bigger camps, right? Putting it out on display. I have a scripture, the book of Matthew chapter 18 and verse 15. It says, "Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go tell him his fault between him and thee, and him alone." So like between thee and him alone. "If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother." So if there's a fault, or if there's something that brothers should, have issues with, which is going to happen, other camps have issues with, they should be talking amongst each other. The heads of the camps, they should be discussing the matters between each other. It shouldn't be aired for all nations outside of the nation of Israel to see, right? So whenever you have a family issue, whenever you have a family structure, and the husband and wife is arguing or complaining or not having, they're bumping heads, everybody don't know the problem. Like if I go to a brother, I'm like, "Hey brother," well, let's say I go to somebody that's that I don't know, I just met at work, co-worker. "Hey man, how's it going? How's everything going for you?" He don't just start airing out everything that's going on in his household. "My wife is not, she ain't listening, she being disobedient." That's not what happens. Normal people don't do that. That's not a normal action or behavior for people. So I'm saying that to say that it's the same behavior what we need to have as a nation of people. It needs to be it's an in-house issue, and it needs to stay in-house, right? Those brothers, those leaders need to go to each other and deal with it according to the scripture. And according to the scripture, it says, "Moreover," Matthew 18 and 15, "Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go tell him his fault between thee and him alone." That's what's supposed to happen. You go and tell him alone. Now it even goes to the point, I know brothers may want to bring out 2 Timothy, where it says to openly rebuke so all may be feared, right? And that's fine. But this is the nation, man. You could do that as a nation of people, But putting it out on social media and everybody knowing, that's not, I don't think that's brotherly. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be brotherly and having brother love towards one another. Speaking of brotherly and brotherly love, let me get this. 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 8, it says, "Finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion one to another." That's something that isn't really being seen. Now, I do say this, it's another work that's being done in the nation to where brothers are having to be forced to come together when they're around other nations of people. So we go to Clubhouse, 9 times out of 10 you do see brothers that are from different camps sticking together, right? They're even though they have differences, doctrinal differences, they put those things aside and they stick to the script. You know what I'm saying? They one for one another. And I've seen that with big brothers like Captain Tazariak and Gorilla Hebrew. I've seen that when them brothers put their differences aside and they stick to each other, and that's beautiful, and that's how it should be done. So, you know what I'm saying? Let that be a lesson to all of us, man. When we come around other nations, those things need to be pushed aside because we're Israelites. We're coming back to our identity, and there's nothing better than that. There's nothing more beautiful than seeing that and having that, man. You know, we can't act like how we used to. But I want to finish this out. It says, 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 8, "Finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion one of another. Love as brethren, be pitiful, be courteous." Right? It says, "Not rendering evil for evil, or railing for railing, but contrast blessing, knowing that ye are thereunto called, that ye should inherit a blessing." Right? So when we do these things, we know that we're going to all inherit a blessing, man. We can't do this. Can't be like how we used to be, how the Israelites used to be. Right? This is partially what got us in trouble to begin with, not having brotherly love. It says, "For he that will love life and see good days, let him refine his tongue from evil, and his lips that they speak no guile. Let him eschew evil and do good. Let him seek peace and ensue it." So your tongue shouldn't have no guile, right? It shouldn't be speaking bad, shouldn't be seen speaking bad towards another Israelite brother. Or at least these other nations shouldn't be able to point out that, this camp is talking bad about this camp. Man, that's embarrassing, man. Like we're bringing worldly behaviors into this nation, man, into a very pure and beloved nation. So, Lord willing, y'all brothers understood and got some edification out of this, man. It's just a short lesson just to show in-house issues, in-house problems need to stay in-house. It don't need to be outside of the nation of Israel, displayed for all nations to see, man. We want to leave the niggerish behavior where we got it, right? We got it with Esau, and let it stay with Esau. Bring that righteous, beloved behavior to the nation of Israel, and let's do better, right? Let's gather ourselves together. And with that, we'll give all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, by Hashem and Mashiach Yahushai. Shalom.